How's it going, people of YouTube? I'm Zach Foster, and this is the first in a series of videos that I'm doing about dating advice, specifically for libertarian men. Now, the reason that I'm doing this video series is because I see a lot of my fellow libertarians in this movement. They seem to have a lot of trouble connecting with the ladies, and the few ladies in the movement can probably give me an amen and a hell yeah right now. So, because we are a group of people that really values the free exchange of ideas, here are some of mine, and you are more than welcome to either listen to these or find some other content that you'd rather be watching right now. The subject of this first video is how to not be a Creepertarian. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the term, a Creepertarian is usually a libertarian male who's he gives off really creepy vibes. And there are several reasons why he gives off creepy vibes. First and foremost is that he has absolutely no game whatsoever. And when he hits on women, well, it's kind of creepy. The other reason, and one of the main things that makes them seem creepy, is that Creepertarians have no concept of personal space. And if they understand the theory of personal space, they sure as hell don't understand how to practice respect for personal space. There was one event back in 2012 that just comes to my mind right now. Some of us in the LA County Liberty scene were throwing a rally outside of NBC Studios when Ron Paul was on the Jay Leno show. So, after the rally was over, which was a freaking fun event, by the way, we went over to a Mexican restaurant, and a bunch of us were having a grand old time. And there was one girl that I'd been talking to for the night, but this freaking creepy-ass dude kept blocking me, unfortunately, and he was totally oblivious. He thought that he really had a chance with her. For example, let me show you his creepiness. If my hand is her face right now, by the end of that evening, the guy was literally closer and closer and closer and closer. That's just not okay. I can guarantee you, if you do that to a woman who does not reciprocate that same level of interest, then you, sir, are probably a Creepertarian. So, first piece of advice, don't. Now, if you want to not be a Creepertarian, if you've ever committed any of these Creepertarian mistakes, hey, you know what? You're a human being. And even though I have a lot of success in the dating world, it was not always that way. I used to have very creepy tendencies when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. And that's just because I didn't have very good social skills and I really couldn't read body language. So, I had to learn the hard way. I had to make mistakes. I had to suffer for it. And I had to change the game. Kind of think about it like an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is going to try new things. He'll fail, and if he's smart, he'll try to figure out exactly why he failed, and then do something different. So this is your opportunity to do something different. If you want to not be a Creepertarian, gentlemen, first and foremost, respect personal space. Don't get all super close to her. The majority of the times, if a woman is interested in you, she will actually enter your personal space. It's happened to me time and time again whenever a woman's been interested in me. And if I have ever, just tried to make slightly a move, just get a little bit within her personal space, and if I've seen her kind of back away just a little bit without even breaking the conversation, well, that's a subtle hint right there that she's not interested. So, seriously, respect personal space. If you see her pulling back, don't keep getting closer. Seriously. As a matter of fact, you should be the one that is distancing yourself from her. Because subconsciously, women actually do enjoy the chase a little bit. So you showing that you're not as interested in them automatically will make them a little bit more interested in you. So respect personal space. And that extends to the digital world. So don't be texting her every day. Don't be blowing up her inbox on Facebook or other social media. Don't be liking and commenting on every post. She's really not interested in that. If she was interested in that, she would reply to you every single time. So don't. It's not like you're playing cards in Vegas. You don't just keep being dealt cards or keep dealing cards with the hopes that you're going to get a winning hand. It doesn't work that way. Just give her space, seriously. And if she doesn't come back to you or if she doesn't show attraction to you, hey, it's tough. There's plenty of fish in the sea. The next thing, don't be a geek. If she was already talking about human action, or man, economy, and state, or Lysander Spooner, when you entered the conversation, alright, by all means, then wow her with your dazzling knowledge of these theories. However, don't try to recruit that new girl into your YAL chapter or into the local Libertarian Party chapter and just assault her with all this hard libertarian theory. Remember, at least for those of us who are my age, I'm 27, most of us entered the movement through being exposed to Ron Paul's ideas. And Dr. Paul broke it down plain and simple. He did recommend good reading, but he broke it down plain and simple, especially if you read his books, The Revolution and The Fed, Liberty Defined. He really does break it down. So if you want to discuss these ideas with a woman, then break it down for her in plain English, and it's even more effective if you can make comparisons to the Kardashians or something like that. For example, I was at the Libertarian National Convention in Orlando a few weeks ago, and I was introduced by a lady friend of mine to some real cool Star Wars geeks. I'm a Star Wars geek, and originally I got their trust just by talking about how awesome would it be if Benedict Cumberbatch played Grand Admiral Thrawn in episodes 8 or 9. Now, if you know what the hell I was talking about, good for you, welcome to the club. But after that, I kind of used Star Wars references to explain the Federal Reserve, the military-industrial complex, central banking, the evils of government, the importance of civil liberties, gun control, so on and so forth. So don't ambush them with these super complex ideas or these long books. They don't care. Talk to them on a level that they understand, okay? And of course, that's unless she was talking about human action first. The next thing is, please maintain your appearance, alright? Some women are into bigger guys, some women are into real wiry guys, but you really have to take some care to have your body look presentable. If you are ridiculously overweight, or if you're overweight, then automatically that's really going to turn off a lot of women. I'm not trying to be a hater. Believe me, I used to weigh 230 pounds at one point. I was definitely a porker, and I'm not proud of that. But I own it. It was in the past, and I did something about it. I am 50 pounds lighter today, thanks to God and thanks to the efforts that I did. So take some care in your presentation, and I guarantee you the majority of women in the movement are not going to be attracted to your suit and your bow tie that looks like the year 1912. The only reason Jeff Tucker and some other guys get away with that is because they were already celebritarians in the first place, and their celebrity status totally makes up for the goofy-ass costumes. So if you're going to go that route, if you feel great wearing those types of clothes, if you think that honors Ludwig von Mises or Karl Menger, well, by all means, you do you, bro. However, most women in the year 2016 are not going to be attracted to that. If you built a time machine back to the year 1912, well, then you'd probably be kicking ass in the dating game right now, but that's just not the case. And you got to think of the dating game as the free market. In cases like this, in most cases, the market said no. Alright, so just a quick recap. Number 1, respect personal space. Number 2, don't be a freaking geek and talk about these complex ideas or give her a long reading list. Reading lists turn people off. And then number 3, take care of your body and take care of your presentation, because that actually does go a long way. So this was the first in a series of dating advice videos that I'm going to do for libertarian males. And if you have some questions about your own game or lack thereof, or about dating within the liberty movement or outside of the liberty movement, feel free to hit me up. You can leave a comment on this video, or you can look for me on Facebook, facebook.com/politicalzachfoster, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you. Just keep it to 1 or 2 paragraphs tops. I don't have time for essays. People try to write me essays on Facebook to tell me why I'm wrong about X, Y, or Z, and half the time I don't give a rat's ass. So I'm not going to be too interested in your essays. Keep it short and sweet, and just be respectful to me. I'll be respectful to you. And that's all I've got for you for now, but thank you very much for spending your time looking at this. And I hope that this was helpful to you, and I definitely hope that the next set of dating advice videos I do will be helpful as well. So may the Force be with you.